Go ahead and call the meeting to order and start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good morning, everyone. Next we have is the approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for today.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of last week's minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve last week's minutes.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment.
And I'll make a motion to approve the claims for payment for this week.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. I got 15 seconds. It's now 10:02, and we have a first consideration of an amendment ordinance number 29, Hardin County zoning ordinance of 1999. Now, I haven't got any information on this. I didn't know if Dawn was going to be down here or not. I know you got some stuff you can talk about on it, so.
I do. I've placed in front of you some photographs that show how the property looked back in 2007 and then the improvements that the Perrys have made with the construction of their agribusiness. Historically, what happened here is that originally they were allowed to place the business there as an accessory use. That means with the intention to ultimately build a house there. The Perrys would prefer not to place a house there after this passage of time. And so what we're asking is for the board to consider amending Article X to add Section 2, Paragraph 1, a new Paragraph J, agricultural seed sales and warehouse. And if you look at that section, you'll see that there already are some what are called provisional uses, also known as conditional, where a conditional use permit is required. And things like veterinary establishments, stables, private riding stables, academies and clubs are allowed in those areas. Parochial schools or public schools are allowed, churches, community centers, recreational centers are allowed, and daycare centers are allowed already. But under this process of a provisional use, we're asking that you add J, agricultural seed sales and warehouse. This is a non-offensive use. The neighbors are not offended by this use. It's proven to be a successful business. It's proven to be a good neighbor in the sense that the neighbors don't have a problem with it. But what we're trying to find here is an avenue that allows them to continue their use without having to build a house there, basically. Please note that in order to utilize this method, the Perrys will have to go to the Board of Adjustment and follow that conditional use procedure. And that's a procedure that allows the county essentially to make sure that somebody that's trying to make one of those uses, that the neighbors have been involved in the process, and that the Board of Adjustment can add conditions if they want to. If, for instance, somebody said, okay, I don't have an objection to this use, but I want to make sure that somebody comes in later and doesn't make some additional use. If you zone it commercial, it's allowed to use whatever purpose that would be allowed under commercial. And by using this process, you can still craft the type of use that's made of the property and protect the neighbors. And we really don't want to upset the neighbors. We're not asking that you amend and make this a commercial zone at this particular location. We're happy using it just the way it is, and that protects the neighbors so that somebody couldn't come in there and do something that the neighbors might find offensive. We want to be a good neighbor. And this is an avenue or method to allow us to continue to be a good neighbor, continue the use that's already being put to it. We're not going to change the use in any way. What we're going to seek is a conditional use permit that is consistent with its current use. That's what we're up to.
Don, you hit just the right time. Any comments?
I don't. Mike pretty much explained it in the letter. Did you get a copy of his letter?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I have for paperwork really from him, so.
Okay.
And you didn't have any objections on the
No,
the zoning
in
board
our
or
hearing, we
anything?
didn't have anybody.
Okay,
And Nancy ran it in the paper and I don't think
there wasn't anything filed and, okay.
she's got all those copies.
You guys have any comments?
Nope, appreciate your consideration.
It looks very nice out there.
Thank you.
It's
We
been a
tried-
definite improvement.
It used to be a land that was mostly junk trees, and we've improved the appearance, and we take pride in the way it looks and want to be good neighbors. Thank everybody for considering this as an avenue for us to live our life in a place that's different than where we work.
Yeah.
So,
Which is just down the road.
could
Correct.
be.
Could be.
Yep, we haven't decided that
Okay.
officially, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't wanna say that,
One of
huh?
the other things they were worried about was just so nobody can put like a fertilizer
Yeah.
or something
Right.
out. Well, they really can't do that without rezoning.
Yeah,
And if we don't allow them to rezone for commercial, it'll stay as agricultural.
Yep.
And that's what it is, really.
Okay. Well, in the first consideration of the amendment to ordinance number 29, Hardin County zoning ordinance of 1999, I would look for a motion.
So the word, I might need some help on the wording on this, but so the wording is just amendment of, I make a motion to amend Article X, Section 2, and add a J, which is agricultural seed sales and warehouse. Is that proper?
well,
If you read that, if you have a copy of the proposed ordinance,
Did I give them you a copy of this?
No. If I have that copy, I'll
I feel
read
like
it.
you got
if your motion just recites the heading,
Up top?
I think you'll have it.
but we
All right.
have number 8 is the actual adoption of it, so this is the first
You're
consideration.
putting it on its first reading, yes.
Yeah,
All right, so I'll move the ordinance amending Article X, Section A, Agricultural District, Section 2, Provisional Uses, to add 1J, Agricultural Seed Storage and Sales.
or do we just acknowledge the first consideration?
Well, you vote on
We
the
have to
first
approve it.
reading, and then you, if you want to,
Okay, okay,
working
so
down your
I'll,
agenda, then you move to suspend the rules on the second,
Okay.
third reading, and then you move for ultimate
Okay,
adoption.
all right,
So it's kind of a
so-
two-step process.
all right, so I'll second this. I'll second your motion.
And then I'll let you go on after.
It's been moved and seconded to amend ordinance 29. Right. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Ron,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye,
Lance,
Aye. Motion carries. Next we have is the second consideration of the amendment. We can choose to waive this at this time or pick another date. February, sound?
Would really hope you'd waive the rules.
Yeah.
We've been at this for a while now.
since there's been no objections to it, and I think, like I said, it's been a definite improvement of the property so far, and there's no objections from the surrounding property owners and residents out there, I would make the motion to waive the second consideration of amendment to ordinance number 29, the Hardin County zoning ordinance of 1999.
And I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to waive the second consideration of the amendment. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Renee,
Aye.
Ron,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have is the adoption of the amendment to ordinance number 29 of the Hardin County zoning ordinance of 1999.
And I'll make a motion to adopt the adoption of the amendment for ordinance number 29 for Hardin County zoning ordinance of 1999.
And I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Ron?
Aye.
Renee?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye. Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you got the next step?
Now we'll go to the Board of Adjustment, yes.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
You bet. Thank you.
Yep.
Next on the agenda is set the time and date for the January organizational meeting.
I will make a motion to set the
Yes, you can.
organizational meeting for January 4th at 9 a.m. in the conference room.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next, we threw on here change of regular meeting dates due to holidays of this month. We've had a few ideas thrown at us. One of them being not having a meeting on the 30th since we're coming right back in on the 4th.
And I will make that motion to change the regular meeting date due to the holidays of not having a meeting on December 30th for our supervisor meeting. So no 10 o'clock meeting on December 30th.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next we had is a discussion of the cleanup after the remodel. We don't have enough information on this to really be out there.
I'll make a motion to table that
I'll
for the
second.
time being.
It's been moved and seconded to table until, well, just moved and seconded to table. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next, we have is change of status in the sheriff's office. I believe I have 2 of them.
I'll make a motion for the change of status for Alex Mullenberg, correctional officer. This is the new hiring. It looks like it's immediate.
Okay, I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
I will move to approve the change of status for Ted Paxton. This is a resignation, and it's also it's for the last day of work to be as of being 12/3/15.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Utility permits, secondary roads, I have none. Daryl's at conferences today, so from there I can go to other business. Hearing none, I can ask for adjournment.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
So we moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. We're adjourned.